Hey makers, it is Christmas in July, and that means it's the perfect time to get ahead of the holiday rush. If you sell handmade goods or just love crafting for friends and family, now is the time to stock up and stand out. In this video, I am laser cutting a patriotic welcome sign using this awesome file from Daryl Aspen, aka that laser dude of Spin Customs, right on the Creality Falcon A1. We'll paint it, assemble it, and talk strategy to make your shop shine come November. Did you know Americans spend over $268 billion a year on handmade and personalized goods? And globally, the handmade craft market is nearing $900 billion. Etsy alone brought in $2.8 billion in 2024 with nearly 95 million active buyers. And a huge chunk of those sales, they happen in Q4. That's why summer is the perfect time to prep inventory, test new designs, and build your online presence before the fourth quarter chaos hits. Let's take a few moments to check out Daryl's website. Here we are at thatlaserdude.com. There is Daryl himself. Now he's got all sorts of files here. If you're getting ready for Christmas in July, you can take a look at his ornament files. Get those cuts done now and you will be ready for Q4. Now we are going to take a look at some of his assembled signs, and specifically we're going to look at this one right here. It's bold, it's patriotic, and it's perfect for Independence Day, or any time that your decor needs a little bit of star-spangled flair. As you saw on the website, this product includes files for two different versions, and both can be customized. We're going to create the smaller of these two today. I'm using the Creality Falcon A1 for this cut. It's compact, it's easy to use, and it handles detail really well. Over to the laser. Now, one of the things that I really like about the Creality Falcon A1 is just how small it is. Being enclosed, you can put everything that you have, with it, all of your accessories, the air pump, and put it on the shelf. And then when you're ready to use it again, you can take it off the shelf and you're ready to go in just a matter of minutes. Now, I've already got my materials set in here. You can see I've got my newly available 3D printed with magnet hold-offs there, and they are just perfect to where at least with the 3mm stuff, you're probably not going to hit the nozzle. Your mileage may vary, but that's kind of the design there. So I've got my plywood. This is 3mm plywood in here. And really quick, in case you haven't seen my initial review of the Creality A1, let's go over to the computer and I want to show you this really neat feature. Now we are designing this project today inside the Creality Falcon design space, and it is pretty full featured. So most of the stuff that you can do in other programs you can probably do in this one, and today I just figured for ease of use I'm going to use this program. Now let me show you this cool feature. So we've got our camera, we can take the picture, and let's see, we will boom, take the photo and turn that on. So now we see how our design is going to lay out on our plywood, so that looks good. And then we're going to come over here to layers, and let's say, maybe you're not sure exactly what your speed and power should be. Well, with this laser, if I take this card that comes with the laser, and it comes with the materials, I throw that in there, you heard that beep. We have the automatic material identification, and it asks, it says basswood 3mm is recognized. Do you want to update the processing material? And I say yes. And it changes my speed and power to 350 millimeters per second at 100%. Now that is obviously going to cut down on my time. So now when I look at my preview, it's only going to take 32 minutes, whereas before with my settings, it would have taken me 2 hours to cut this same project. So that's just kind of a cool benefit of this. Now that we have everything laid out, and I did shrink this design down a little bit just so it would fit on this 12 by 12 inch sheet of 3mm bass plywood. And now that we have that set, we're going to go ahead and hit the frame button. Oh, it even gave me a warning because I still have the cover on. So we'll take our little sheet our little QR code out, and now we will hit the frame button. All right, and now the machine is framing our project, and we can follow along and see that it is going to fit right on there. And our air assist just popped on, and we will let that start cutting out. You always got to love it when the things drop. You gotta love well-made equipment. You can see all the smoke that is being generated there, and it is going out the back exhaust fan. I don't smell a single thing. All right, we are done with that. So we will take this one out and do the back piece, and then we will go to paint. And the second one is done. So we've got another nice clean cut. Can pull that off. My little magnetic stands holding nice and firm to the remnants. Now that we are done with this, we can take both sheets out to paint. Okay, it is time to paint. So this is gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. And one of the things that I really love about Spin Custom Designs is they make everything easy. They give you all of the instructions, and the way that Daryl designs these files, there's only a couple things that I actually have to paint. Well, really 5 different things, one for each color. Now, like if you look at these stripes, the white stripes, I don't have to paint those because the entire background piece here is gonna be white. So all I have to do for the flag is I paint these 4 pieces that I have right here. Those are gonna be red. The flag, the standard with all the stars, that section is gonna be blue, and then the white background is gonna show through. The whole frame of the eagle will be black, and then the beak pieces right here that I have right there, those are gonna be yellow. That's it. Couple coats of paint, and it's ready to glue. Boom, there you go. About 5 minutes worth of painting. We'll let this dry, and then it's ready to glue. All right, the paint is dry, so we're gonna go ahead and assemble this. And like I said when we were painting, it's really easy. Daryl makes these projects super quick. You've only got a couple of pieces to glue here, and everything easily lines up. So we're just gonna go ahead, throw a little bit of glue. I really like this clear Gorilla Glue. Just makes everything nice and simple. And so pick this guy up, flip it around, and then whoa, almost dropped it. This is just gonna line up perfectly with the base below. Get all our little corners in, and I'm gonna push this down a little bit, but I'm not even gonna wait for it to dry. This piece, we'll clamp it in the end, but now we can just use the rest of our colored pieces. And again, since I'm using clear glue and it's gonna dry clear, I don't really have to worry about if it, squeezes through some of these little holes. It's still gonna be fine. And I can always go around the edges. And then, like I said in the beginning, just the way that Daryl designs these projects, they're very thoughtful. They don't, the guy kind of practices what he preaches. He makes designs. They're going to be quick and easy, because there's no sense in finding a design that's going to take you hours to paint, hours to assemble, because you need to make money on this stuff, unless you're just doing it, you know, for gifts, for friends, things like that. But if it's going to take you, you know, an hour to assemble something like this, that's an hour you got to pay yourself and to make sure that you're making a profit. But you can see here how quick, just a matter of minutes, we can have this thing assembled, throw some clamps on there, let it dry. We're just about done. So literally, I've been recording for 3.5 minutes. And that thing is ready to get clamped, and it just needs to dry. Now, even though I resized the file to fit those 12 by 12 inch sheets of wood, you can cut this full size and choose thicker wood if you'd like to. Here is a full size example that I cut out of 6mm plywood on my CO2 laser. This piece is going straight into my entry vestibule. It's a great product to sell at summer craft fairs, online via your favorite web-based shopping platform, or you can target customers locally via Facebook Marketplace. If you're selling online, this kind of decor is gold. In fact, 65% of shoppers look for personalized, handmade gifts, especially around the holidays. And here's your edge. By prepping now, in June or July, you beat the rush, stand out in Etsy and Google search, and stay ahead of everyone scrambling in October and November. Use keywords like patriotic sign or 4th of July decor, Christmas in July gift, and even tie in themes like veteran support or USA Pride. All right, folks, do you like this kind of project? Drop a comment. Let me know if you'd like to see more project-based videos on the channel, or if there was a file that really caught your eye on the website. I'd love to know. If you got some ideas from this video or enjoyed the content, please take a moment to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you can keep up with all of my adventures in directed technology. Thanks for watching. Now go fire up that laser, get ahead of the game, and make something awesome. Thanks for spending more of your time with me today. And as always, let's keep on learning, burning, printing, and growing together. Take care, everyone.